Yo abusia nansusu ye kwesi ada bio me mankrankra bia achi mankrankra bia akwaba at the bad time with Maame Grace Dumedie kese so and then you discuss old ones, children of Nephilims. Omo enende ye discuss. Say yes, children of Nephilims are omo ye hwan in a simply put omo ye nipa sunsum eni nipa wo na omo ewu omo ye be from nsamafo machire obi ebetimi afre ne saman na machire obi ono so ye raptured to say Enoch any Elijah omo say Enoch came back as Metatron oye angel nti eno so mama mahu nti deities akodo ewo kwa enye obi na bechi obi ama no na enu ekofa nipa no miandwe hu ye na machire chire wo nsamanfo ni muso akodo ne nsamantwentwe sama bi wo ho na bi wo ho oyiraye onu ntumi mfre ne saman because wewu ena wona na bi wo ho no nsoso a onu nsoso no yesi ye hu ni papa ye hu medi Yesu ni ade aye ye mfato ho akire nti moma ye nhwe enu na be ma wo pese wo ye spirituality a obedi kan ahwe bloodlines ni mu na afi wa hu smoothness level man krankra bi akwaba at the bad time with Maame Grace Dumedie kase so biom on this platform. I am the prettiest preacher. Call me Kasongo. I am the only living saint, Africa's finest spiritual visionary. Ene ho na BPA oba gbope. Abusia asema ye kan ne nyina ne se sunsuma ye frɛ to duam na ho odin duru he sunsuma ye frɛ edi to nipam na ho odin duru he. Why is religion so popular and strong? They keep growing. Adentina stardom ewa ahoden obitumi hwe obi kura na wa fenti adentia eno na neme pese ye hwe na mabisa se adentina Ghana ha ye making it big. Yes, stars no, they are not able to make it big, but they are so good. When you talk of talent, the whole Africa minjin this baby wo kwa talent wo eche Ghana ha, I'm telling you. Eye Ghanaians no mo endorse all the big talent no. All African countries etwa ye ho ahia ni nyina de ko baby a Ghana fo na make you big nti obi a be hate a ade se waba Ghana ha na wa hate. There is power here, there is talent here. Adenti ni yentimi nkate across the bia ya limited we be say adenti a. Why are we not making it big? Because there are giftings here. We have beautiful people here. Ye wa talent wa ha ma obi ya no yete so cross border no wa ye kese a ye hu de be ye no wadi sende e de enti na ema ye ntumi grow tall e wo Ghana ha wo de ba de pan mu a e local fabric yo mo de start ye ne start wo Ghana e bi mu de ye mpaboa beats ni ade e ye hanom se ba ne sen ne ye start ade a ne atete akoyachi obi ba na wa beftam no de ko e ye question bi jama. A celebrity plays music or act in a beautiful movie. So beautiful. And we all agree that the work is great. Ekromo omo trust script o. Ye won crofo wa omo trust script. But ask yourself, what level of charisma will cause you to start crying and lying on the floor when you see these celebrities? Ubebi sa ho sa adenti ena ya uhu omo a etimi ba ne sa because omo yerenom eni omo kununum omo nhwe asese omo hu omo a ade na uhu omo na ise bibi yo. Some people see their favorite actors and musicians and they instantly become weak and motionless. Omo get starstruck. Na fe omo ntumi nante. E den na ye ekose sa na ama no. It's like something has been channeled through them. Bibi ewo mumu a awoso wo a wo hwe no. Moma ye ndi nokure. E ma ye nyina ye ho. Ghana celebrities ni bi. So wo hye omo pa, how do you feel? Ebinum I feel disappointed. How do you feel? Enye easy o. Mo be get angry. Nkrofo ya ni omo queen. Girls ya minka Nigeria for girls ni boys yi. E de be adwuma potin no omo ye no wo ho. Ye nya visa, ye stars ni bi nya visa no kwa abrochira oba biom. No waka ho, o mbie record label so wo ho. We num hwani ama omo ye. They started competing with South Africans with Njum. Se see when we be on studios no wo dominate abrochire nyina. Wo London na opa Google. Sa wo hwehwe the Afro the best the music in Ghana. Se nya Burna Boy na bebo a. internet, we don't even know how to use it. And you're so sad. Who share with celebrities, no stars, ni bi wokroma. Mpa chosan na wo feel. Edio. Untumi share binum na untumi movie. Na waka na bibia channel through them. Enunti ebinu beye bibia na ma benya stardom no, but the point is unipa na why star no kura mpo na ushia na, how do you feel? And meja ama no. Impesa me na me meka. Now I because me ko bi asem. There are so many instances of people losing themselves at concerts and falling into absolute shock just by watching or speaking to their favorite celebrities. O sha me agana ina celebrity be na hu na ubeye shock na ube fall ube tiahwe wonanim. Me metumi abome de ana me mbo aram kama no ntum na ntwam. Why na ushia na ube fall? This issue is what brought me to the point of discussing the spirit of the Nephilim known as the old ones. Until I make it last week and he said, you can't old ones are obi say the Nephilims no. Me know where the Kanya Kasa said they still have their bloodlines. Before you do nananum or any our ancestors and follow anything like that, know the bloodline. Because ye watching for konwa sebio kafra mfa nche me turning to me nkotona so mani ye da eno mo friend so the royals or the royals ahinni anipo omo hwe bloodlines no nti me nka ntre me se covenant wo ho a ye nhwe bloodline ni mu hwe ni ye ni wan kofre wo na natamfo obebe fie ho no wa betena ho obehye mu nyina mu ase ti se wo kwa kofre saa sunsume ya Pacho, what do you have to do with the Nephilims? Are they your bloodline? May you see Bible, na my mouth scriptures now they are to no one say nyaka se bi na you be there. Na ewom ye ka asem a kire wo. Na wa wo koya ade a, esan se wo free will ye wo dia na wo pɛ ye wo dia. Na me do wo nti. Wo koya ade na mama we wa wo tena back na wa calculate ni nyina na wa hwe. At this point I ask, pamocho mo frefre abofo ni nyina abofo ahodo ni nyina sisi all test ahodo amofre omo no mesra wo kofre bi ni die na wo wanya pamocho wo mesra opa mo omumpo omo kire mo se mo nye se mu mfa wensi ana mo fa wensi pamocho omo cars eya he ka be mpo no mutwim pamocho omo location na nkasa kora wo kofre angel no etisen ehe na not Paucho onu ankasa mpo ni fie ti sen because kwatere kwaso obema wo bia esese wutie ne din we mi bisa questions so ibisa wo frɛ angels no ede na omo aya ama paucho o ka ben na wutwi sesi a wo boss no kro kyerɛ we angel no frɛ no ka ben because angel ni ye bibi a obeya ama ono ansa wo a o kyerɛ wo no so wa beya ama. What is the evidence? It's just a question. Wo ko frɛ angels, wo ko frɛ sunsum. Do you know your bloodline? Pacho, bloodline be na we belong to. Tell us your origin. O de ka kire me. Se wunim we a wo hu. Wo beti ase na fe why you careful with adeko a wo se wo kwa akofre no. Cause ye wasoden ma e wo ho. Ni ye wo anieden ma enso so wo ho. Ni ye wo nsamanfo ma enso so e wo ho. Ni ye wo bone ma enso so wo ho. Where do you belong to? Ehe na wo kofre. Hwe, wo feel say wo ba no, watete ne papa nso abofre twe boni oye. Nti wo na wo de boni ni gu ni mu. Na chese nipa na sunsum na ye fa nipa sumu ba no. Ye nya de kro. Obi e fi bloodline bi mu e na eba. Se wo nya ate ase se wo ye portal, wo ba no, na any spirit can pass through you. Obeti ase se obi a wo se oye nipa boni ni no, onye nipa boni ni ono no, ba bi ofi no boni no oye ne ye papa woni ni so. Wo so a wo ye nipa papa no, nti eba ne sa wo nha wo ho. Se wo be try se wo be please nipa boni ni so ompe gbasa ma oye boni. Ne de no no. Oye sunsum a ofim bloodline ofim no no. Ade a ye ntimi nti ase pe. Eni se wo betimi awu bibia o. You don't know. You are just a portal, anything can pass through you o. Nti obi passing through you ni ntre se osel. Ye sunsun bi na be fa wo na pie ye nti na wo mafo na wawo mo no obi aye different or your spirit bi obefa wo portal ni mu a opie ye pe. The particular spirit that causes this sudden striking I bema wu obi a na ye use ewu ebi kreti mi hu ebi na omo afi. And charismatic outburst by fans of celebrities is of Nephilim, and they call them the old ones. Share. Se wu nima menye. This is what I'm saying. Sebi. Anka wabra bo nye media. But this is educational platform. I want you to understand so many things so that unye so frustrated. Any soon aye frefre tutu niyama mu ne ade no eye nsamafo mama wate ase straight nya fe na mbe chirechirem. But these old ones no omo no eye different. So when you hear charismatic and a charismatic ne charismatica enye asam no omo kanti na woto ofom eye sunsun bi edi echire na omo ne from the old ones omo no omo ye Nephilim no ma ye nhwe said omo di omo dwumedifa. So what type of spirit is the old one? Eno na ndem pese me chirechire mu no mama obumfu asama me ni uke ma obumfu okwan bia so. The Nephilim spirit embodies the essence of rebellion, a false pride intertwined with corruption. Now we are ye we na fe me chiro ba bi omo operate afi ubeti so many things ase. So nobody enye na enye ochina enye dachi, nobody can clean the church. Nobody can put the church together. There be a chaos be wo, there be a corruption be wo. Anything religion will be chaotic. Ube hu ahomaso wo ho. Ube hu rebellion wo ho. O si we na mempa obe rebelle. Ube hu you corruption na afrafra sa niama ni nyina wo ho. Se wo ti sa niama we ase a wa ube hu ba bia wote no. Because you need this knowledge no at our disposal. Enunti na eya na eye say ye bibi ye betumi na me na me osofo papa we na me buso papa entimi nye peda because sunsuma e back and sunsuma e lead no eye rebellion spirit. So what want to say I see in the Bible. Go and check the Nephilims. Yes, say omu e na abofo na omu be hye ase no omu ni nipa mba be de da ye na omu wo Nephilims no omu ye giant no me wi be ma scriptures na yes me kasa keke omu be wo omu no omu ti da yes mu nchichiri muti. Because ni esi nipa ma no omutiri wini ya atenti eno na door angels no omo kon eno omo be hye so eno omo wo Nephilims no omo na omo de weapons metals omo na omo ye responsible for it na omo ena omo ye sunsum ni nipa ba nti me bisa at this point is the Bible depicting something to you, telling you the bloodline of Jesus and you don't know? Because I didn't know obeka say sunsum kron bi ene ni be rebe wo ye ne che se Jesus eye sunsum eni nipa ba enye nipa oba ni be ma ba na ye sunsum ni nipa ba na se ye sunsum ni nipa ba dia oye the old ones ni generation ni bloodline. I am telling you that bloodline is the most important thing when it comes to spirituality. The Bible has depicted this in so many ways, but decoding it is one of our biggest problems. Ye ni hu nimdie. Until nobody should worry him or herself or page the church. Mitie interview bi. I'm not going to touch base with it now. Our President Mahama addressing the prayer cathedral no. Mitie no wie ye no na afa me say I wish say asem we papa we ken. Say wabra braso, say waka ni nyina, people can think deep and get the course from it. Ose asofo no yi papa former president ye mu ade o se se de ye nsuro hwe video bi obi di sani office wo mehwe so na mehu bi na papa your ex president omo de na cheke nte na omo de na si praye so na watu se se o ye baifo ha adam yesa oh social media we need to purge it seriously. We really need to purge it. Misha interview ana papa no kasa oka asem no oka asem no to my opinion and in my understanding na che say asore na ewo ho no cathedral ne de nkomo usi o but na agenda na asofo ni bi wo no na che say one part ebesen ye and another group ayi emerge. Say ye nim social media use wa ye be ye better to ourselves. Say wuti bibi na ye mra fa nipa ne fa mra kwan so kasa bi wo ho apani engina bedwam ana abonten enka. So nipa na de oye ne nya enuti ne wo mra wo kuro nu fa ne fa mra kwan so. You don't call people names. You don't cause chaos among us. Ekwanya yedi ye honam so no African borders abesi yeso se bosom because we can't even unite not to think of breaking the borders to build bridges so we can visit our siblings because bridges ni created between neighbors yenye enemies ni yenya borders miti ye papa no na me say Inti nika se okani na na chese asofo no group bi by na another group by they will never be one people they will embaso sa asofo no ewo kuro mu ani nyina be ye ba ko da because spirit na lead you omo no eye chaotic chaos any corruption any rebellion spirit eno na embody sa fraternity so no aka. This energy began from celestial beings who defied the structures of heaven, choosing chaos over order according to the book of Enoch. I have done episode about the book of Enoch, and sometimes, Bible no menti ase. Ewo Enoch ho asem ewom. Atimi kan ya kan sempo Enoch no onyankopon ne be fa no. And so the book of Enoch is in the gutter. A abomination book for them. Then so they read Jude. They read Genesis. You can't really understand this. To me, tiase. Obi aye war na wakodi echira emfa mbese ye kon say ye nyina ye appreciate that war no. Ebi ye nyina ye ni sa energy na ye de be kwa follow sa de na embody ade awo ye no a we preaching, but it's okay for you, do it. But allow us to ask our questions. My episode about them, but the only thing I didn't mention was the old one. That's their real name. Into the book of Enoch, ubehu ade ameka ye nyina de we so fast celestial beings no mu defy mra no mu see from every belly baha. They are descendants, though brimming with an incredible strength, do not possess the energy of the divine essence because they lost it when they rebelled. And when they say fallen angels now, yen looky a heifer. Ye angel na okojina aboba no so. Ewo Jesus ni tumbu na no. Oye di angel ampamcho ofri esro ano ye fallen angels ni bi. Onye fallen angel, what is he doing here? One who confuse you know. Maybe so no. So can we say that Jesus is the bloodline of the Nephilims? Because the Bible has depicted, say ono so oye obo fane dade yefa, oye nipa eni sunsumba, and ye Nephilims, the old ones no, omo pe eno ye nipa ma eni sunsumba. Into omo bloodline na that is how they are depicted. Omo no mo worship mu. No mo be me nipa atiato. Into a question, maybe some is the Bible depicting or telling us that Jesus is from the bloodline of the Nephilims? Inti no mo say Mary any sunsum kronkron and a wo na because ono so they don't talk about him without talking about the bloodline no. Omo be kasa the bloodline na free Jesse. E the aba bedu David. But remember we remember said these old ones were there. And son and crofo we. And remember we remember said David okun bebrebe na sa Nephilim si omo no mo ye weapons. Inti omo na omo okun chaos ni ade eye omo dia nti yen hwehwe mu ana. This is just the beginning. Maybe Jawe am ask question. The Nephilim may not have totally died in the flood, and the Bible accounts for this. Na mama mu scriptures na ebi mu beka se minim nti mama mu scriptures no. Because when him say anything na make bia me ma source, me ma be to go and calculate so that you yourself you create your own picture, do your calculation and balance your balancing. The reason I'm saying that if you feel I talk too much, I am saying that what resonates with you, pick it and go. Because e bia de America na hu hia no, ehia ma obi. Wo persuade to me ko bia o platform, no wa kan ya wo pe wo so. Me nya adwuma e ma wo. Untu ya meka. Ntu me nkyere me de mfa ma no nka. Platform no so me mpa awocho. Me say wo mpa move. The only platform that is not forcing you to watch. Enti mo dia busia mo man hwe scripture we because me nimsa maka Jesus asem ni nko ade. Me nuanom yi omubu befu. Enti mo dia mo man hwe scripture we. Pamocho na mo obetumi so afre wo sofo na wo de ama no. Na wadi ko di ama wo person a platform ni is open. 0244860092. Freya na bra na befa scriptures we na decode. Aya na me mama this source. So nobody will sit back there and deceive you say minim ni America. So let's look at this. Numbers chapter 13 verse 33. She numbers in e kan numbers no. I read, the Israelite spies say, spies no. We saw the Nephilim there. We seemed like grasshoppers in our own eyes. Emre omuko Canaan no. A omuko akọ asase no omuko spy ahwe no. Omuso omuko hu the Nephilim there. Bible power hu. Sometimes no aya me pese me paucho yourself. Now we are waking. Now we show now share for your benefit. O de won you where the cry any mo some more platform so. But so we yourself now we nim ni ame ye na won te ase a je hu tum se bia won do baby amedu ana me do baby awadu na move on. Don't try to bring anything here. Why is the Bible quoting or talking about the Nephilim? And the same Bible condemns the book of Enoch. So the Nephilim now wako to a Bible ni mu no. What is the source of their story? Someone aya moma yanto yebo. Nti no Nephilim na all refer wa hanom say omukoto omo ho na omo Israel for na looking like grasshoppers. Ewo omo ani so no. Aden all refer to Nephilims. Bible should not refer to Nephilims because on condemn the book of Enoch. Genesis is full of the book of Enoch. Jude is is completely the book of Enoch. My no episode that I'm not going to go back. It's one part our Bible confirm the Nephilims no. And no me read am yen hwe we so. Me ma ba ko me ma be 3 na wa koye calculation. Deuteronomy chapter 3 verse 11. Or say King Og of Bashan is described in you. His bed was over 13 feet long. He is called one of the Rephaim, a post-flood race of giant tied to the Nephilim. Mama Remfi say Nephilim for no so the flood na wash you to say no wa abreso de na. Into the Bible no read it and read it well. This is a king. And na omode ne measurement and na omode attributing it to Nephilim no. Nephilim so no Bible says no omo ye sunsun any hunam ti no omo ye giant. They were tall. Inti no omo de ohene no nempa ene de measure. No omo de akire omo say oye the race of the giant tied to the Nephilim. Omo sunsuo na fa omo. Wehu said their connection it. All this is in the Bible. All this is in the Bible. Inti me pesa wo ti ase pain. Sa wo ye Kristo ni na wo sum Yesu a. Enye blood covenant na omo ka no enye brodo ene communion wine no there are bloodlines mama yente sade we ase second scripture na mde ama no nya na me kire wo Bible no mu this is obi ni ya kire ni feet ni ye ya kire ni race ni ye akọ ne back to the ancestors ekrom ana yete no untumi nka no kore anka sabi unhu obi ofi tamale a ye wo niama features a wo de behu unhu asantini a ye wo features a wo de behu unhu enkrani a ye wo features a wo de behu unhu fantini a ye wo features but yen ayetan ye ho ama ya ma tribalism kra it show your speciality ni ye differences no ye mpese ye behu because wo chiro obi na wo chiro obi ade a na ne bu befu sesi a me ye young girl no na me se me nware Voltarian obema me ka kire papa bia ye ne yasa o se adentia na me se oboni bia ni mo Voltarian in bema no mo ye discipline ena me so me ye stubborn inti no emfa inti na me se me nware Voltarian and truthfully the men there are very disciplined omo ni miska so hwe me so ni miska di inti emfa ba me kire mu senya won se abusia bia ne tribe bia ekrom akra ye nim se tribe bi wo mo hwe ma ye nim se tribe bi wo mo hwe mema ye nim se tribe bi wo ho mema no omo pai aboy to omo tirim omo mpa adwumaden we know all these things ba wo kokon omo bubefu hwe ma me ka bibi nkira wo ade a wo ye no se wonim ne fare ba ye ha ho se wo hu ade a Bible aka we na wo Bible ni mu o nti se wo so wo sum Jesus a check if you belong there. Blood covenant goes beyond brodo, any communion wine. Now let's look at 1 Samuel chapter 17. I read, Goliath is described as over 9 feet tall. On say Rephaim no. Almost the bed size so. ne bed size na omo de trace na akọ ne origin and ne bloodline. Now look at Goliath too. Omo de ne body description. And omo say 9 feet, not just all tall. He and his warrior brothers are part of the Philistine giant, likely descendants of the Nephilim. Somewhere among 4 body, no mudi tracy or mo bloodline. Enti one kasa show. Se wo shana so be a Nephilim na se ono ne bloodline if Nephilim sifo ni mu. Na se wo kwa akofre sa sunsun we. Na wo so bloodline efri Enoch hono mo de a mema we mfi se Enoch na e capture we mu nyina e de omugu ba bi ende omo ti they are enemies. Nti fa ne se wo bloodline efri Enoch ne side. Na se wo kwa akofre entity ana energy bia every Nephilims from Goliath to enye san tokwan na course ni na it was all about bloodline. No bibini atam Bible on check all these things. No bibini otenchen yon fa Bible so offer angels. What connection do you have? What is your bloodline? Someone who they wear omo tracy obi body e de tracy ya de akoduru ne bloodline so obi so ne mpa eno mu tracy ya akoduru ne bloodline so nti wo a wugina ho African wo bloodline wo he baby a wo no ye tracy a ye behu wo ho. Don't forget so mu put your mu together na so mu nim obo bloodline dia no mu to me tracy cause de mu tracy Jesus de call ya e de call the 40th generation dia and ye wo won ka ho no they will use you as sacrifice. When you go to Israel there is a place called Belarosa e ho no mu ena wo behu baby a Jesus so a we no ne baby a Jesus ne nsa baako ebo e wo ho no na baby a Jesus ne nine po adani problem ne nine ne baako wo Israel hwa o kremofo dan kakraka bi wo ho Jesus nine baako bomu wo ho omo se Muhammad nine ena wo ko Belarosa ho nso a nine baako wo ho e ho nom na yenuanom Catholics no de omo ko Israel omo they will kiss everything nti e dan nine wo amwa salai wo ho na omo kiss nine wo fom ho omo ki ne nine so nti wo hwehwe mu akwa achi a they will tell you say na Jesus or a giant. And the Bible so a describe say wan ka wan fa na nko kin og ne mpa ho amfa nko describe na amaye hu ne origin. And na otwa mu wo Refahim no so ono so no and otwa mu wo Goliath fo no so but ne nine na bobo ho no e de e kire say oye giant. And na ni nyina ne kura no say de on person mo cover ni bia no mistake ne say omo say Jesus Holy Spirit na ni woman ne wo no na kire say oye obo father de efa nti na kire say oye Nephilim. One of the old ones. Someone some tomobona mu read mu Bible now you people will do better. And say wahu omo tracy king og omo de nempa. E na omo aba na omo di aba bedu nkrofo iso na omo di abedu baby omo adu. I look at some Christians and I am like, okay, there is time for everyone. So let's calm down. No be enye nia ope. But men show be aso. Do you check the source of what you are worshiping? Are you part of the bloodline? They always say it's a blood covenant. Blood covenant. What is it about? Now, more assume or your covenant keeping God. It will patresa or moja be a yecha or bosuma yecha nipe moja gusun or bosuma yecha abo moja gusun pomo nyepe. Because who could train nipa moja ni gusu a bloodline will follow. Until you lose bloodline pa will be easy.